Hey, I'm Mark. I'm here for a quick guest thing. Majiggy. Yeah. You might not know who I am, but I was asked to guest speak about this topic about coming out. And that's what I'm doing. Let me just take off this hood. So, coming out is a really important thing. But it's also really scary. Alright, here's a quickie coming out story for you, and some thoughts about it. At 12, I realized that I was what I called bisexual, which I now call queer. Then, at 15 or 16, I realized I was trans, and what that meant for me. At 12 and 13, when I'd been coming out as bisexual / queer, my family hadn't reacted that poorly. I actually didn't really have a big problem with them. They mostly just considered it a phase. But the trans thing really got them going. They were super upset about that. I ended up kind of getting kicked out / running away and having to live on my own for 3 months. Then my grandparents took me in. They also hated it, but they loved me more than they hated that, so they took care of me for my high school years. Well, for my last year of high school. After my last year of high school, I got out of high school, started getting on my own again, moved out of my grandparents' house, went to university, lived in dorms, started testosterone, which my whole family was really upset about, got surgery, which really upset my family, and yeah, now I'm living in fully transitioned about a year later, almost a year since my surgery, super happy, and I think my family's starting to finally understand that me being happy isn't going to be what them being happy looks like, and that's okay. Something about coming out, it's not so much you realizing that you're a queer person, it's realizing that everyone else is not a queer person. Do you know what I mean? I felt like what I was doing was totally normal. I assumed everyone felt the way I did. I didn't really understand that that was unusual. You know, I thought maybe my personality was a little bit different than most, but generally speaking, I assumed deep down everyone felt that way. And the surprising thing to me was finding out not everyone felt that way, and that it wasn't the norm. The norm turned out to be heterosexuality, and that heterosexuality came in the form of women and men only. And that was really confusing to me, which is I think why I liked the word queer, because I felt weird, I felt othered, and I felt different, and I didn't understand why I felt so different about something that I felt was so normal and natural for myself. And I think that's the thing about coming out. We feel it being innate. And coming out means acknowledging that that innate feeling is abnormal according to what society considers normal. And I think that's the scary part, admitting your abnormality. Here's the most important thing about coming out, in my opinion. The thing about coming out is no matter how much it sucks, it's a million times better than staying closeted. Let me say that just from experience. As a person who had the worst coming out experience, literally got kicked out of my house, literally had no money in my pocket, literally had nobody to talk to, wasn't even done high school, needed to transition, didn't have any money, any doctors. That was still some of the happiest times in my life, because I was out. It's gonna hurt like a bitch, and people might not react very well. And coming out may suck ass. It may be awesome. It may be totally awesome for you, but it might suck ass too, and you kind of have to be prepared for that. Kind of worst case scenario, right? But it's still better than being closeted. I've seen people who keep putting it off, and putting it off, and putting it off, and putting it off, and then they're like 70 years old, 80 years old, and going, why didn't I come out sooner? I know it sucks balls, but do it before that. Do it even though it's scary, and even though it kind of sucks, and even though things might go to hell, because it's really worth it. That's kind of all I have to say about coming out. Ways to come out, I recommend writing a letter. Okay, wish you luck. You can go check out my channel. I'm pretty cool. I do stuff. Okay. I really need to brush my teeth. Bye.
It's a better theme song!
Better theme song!
It's a better theme song!
Better theme song!
I like better theme songs!
It's great.
So my outro.
Just woke up. The norm being heterosexuality, which is all kind of complicated anyways. Okay, this is not sentencing very well.